How's it going, guys? Nick Salzman here, tattoo medium. I get a chance to do some tattoos to help people with spiritual related issues. Today, got a special guest friend right here, Dana Lathrop. Not only an amazing tattoo artist, gifted reader, and someone that shares a passion for the paranormal just like me. So she got a chance to help us get into this building. Just got told it's a Masonic lodge out here in St. Helens, and we're gonna go inside and check it out and see what we can find.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna flip this sucker around.
All right, come on in.
All right.
Head up the stairs.
Up the stairs we go. Good. Well, right off the bat, you ever had that where you're about, I don't know if you guys have ever done anything on stage before, and that moment where you're about to step on stage, it's almost like that, there's like a ton of people getting ready to watch you. Like, that's kind of like what this feels like right now. So we're going to go up now. Got some open rooms.
We'll stay out of this one, but we can go in on the other.
It's like a little office area.
Yeah.
This is good, but over there is where I want to go. Pretty neat place. Over here feels cool. Man, you can tell they probably had some good times in here. A lot of parties, probably some dancing, maybe a little bit of boozing. Ooh, we have them here.
This is the Masonic lodge itself, and
oh wow!
to get the lights on from the other side. So let's go down the hall the other side.
Wow, so cool.
We can come in from the back of the lights.
Oh yeah, that'll stop someone in their tracks. Just so cool. This area is what I was drawn to when we first came up here. And if you can feel it right now, Dana, it definitely feels like there's like if you ever been a kid and did something that you weren't supposed to and people just started to find out and ask the right questions about it, that feeling where you're like, oh crap.
The air gets thick, it's hard to breathe, you feel like you're getting squeezed from the inside. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're getting closer. This place is so cool. Man, I'd want to hang out here too. Any luck with the lights? Okay, we got a little bit. Man, you guys got to see this place.
Okay.
Man, I bet you if you just stay the night here, you would hear all sorts of stuff.
Right now they have a bunch of the props and stuff moved out from when it was set up for Halloween time.
How many times are you going to find an antelope that's ready to hit the slopes, but in a wheelchair? So glide on, my friend. So cool. Wow.
And up there, I think, is the most intense. I'll take you upstairs.
Perfect. So yeah, there's a lot of stories that go with all this stuff that's in here. And if you're ever in a place like this area of the building, it almost feels like a big intersection where like a lot of people would walk through in a lot of different directions. It kind of has like a busier feel. You could probably hear it in my voice a little bit when I'm talking. A lot of energy going on in here, and I could definitely see where things would coast through here at night, because this is definitely a place for that.
You can see, since it was an active Masonic lodge,
Oh, look at this.
you can see the paintings. They all have so much meaning.
Oh, I'm curious, Dana. I'm curious. This fellow, let me see if I can zoom up. This fellow right here with the beard, when we first came in here, what I see is a man with a beard, but I think he's up there somewhere, and we'll get there in a second, but I'm really curious because that's what I saw, and there's a bearded goddess on the wall right there. So, Socrates, what was he into? Philosophy. Okay, up these stairs we go. That's kind of a cool pattern on these stairs, huh? Beautiful little spot. Beautiful little spot. But where we need to go, it's right below us.
Okay.
This is a great spot, though. You know, I'm curious because there was a room. When we walked in, the first thing I could see when I walk into a room was first I see this guy with the beard, and then I would see almost like an armoire. Now, I don't know what's downstairs, but you can see here's a bit of an armoire looking thing. You can store some stuff in here. So either way.
Yeah, I'll show you the one downstairs.
Perfect.
And this is unique too, so this is where the Masons would view, so from where we're at, to get an understanding, is, pull it aside. So this is where they view what went down in the hall and on the stage.
This is so cool.
I'm not sure how long ago, and here's where they...
You know, I'll be honest with you, I think Dana's picking up on it too. The energy is very much shifted in here now. Before, there was this anxiousness about being anticipated going on stage. Then it was a flat out kind of feeling like you're being caught. Now there's something a little bit stronger that's with us now because we've absolutely got its attention. So if any of you guys are at home, maybe you're sensitive picking up on this right now. But sometimes we get a little pressure on the side of the head. Sometimes it's like, for me right now, it's like a anxious heartbeat. It's elevated for sure. Almost like I've been walking a lot, but haven't really. Yeah, definitely almost like an out of breath sensation too. So if any of you guys are picking up on that, you're definitely empathic and catching it through the video.
And here, so you're getting that armoire feel, but there's closets within closets in this room.
Oh man.
In addition to the under the stairs closet.
Ooh. I definitely think anything that's in this building, which we're about to connect with, we definitely have all of its attention right now. So we're good. We're not here to hurt nothing. We're not here to be disrespectful. We just want to make sure that, yep, here we are. And if you needed any other proof, look, there's the chair, ready to sit down and roll. I bet you if I sit down here and I pull out a pendulum, I bet you I connect with something real quick. Is there any lights for inside of here, do you think?
See where the light switches for this room, because yes, there is.
Perfect. Okay.
I might be able to get it.
Well, this should be enough. Perfect. This is great right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this over to Dana, and I'm going to pull out my pendulum, and I'm going to start asking some questions, and then I'm going to show you how we approach this. Mind you, I don't know anything about this place, but I picked up on a few things, and let's see if I'm correct. So before I get started, one of the things that I saw was a man here who had the beard, right? Mm-hmm. But this guy, I feel like he was like some sort of keeper or master here. Because when I'm looking at, it's hard to tell if this guy's an architect or if someone that knew how to like plot courses across the ocean or some sort of bodies of water, because I'm looking at the utensils that he's using, and some of it he looks like he's measuring with. Mm-hmm. And so to me, I can't really tell if he's an architect or someone that is really good at like charting maps or something like that, but it feels like he might be good at both of it. There's that, but also this person has some sort of a dogma, I think, in the way that's allowed him not to fully move on because it believes in something. So you guys get an opportunity to see how I get to help convince people of this stuff. I feel there's a woman here. There's also a woman here who I believe, gosh, I don't know. I feel like there was something wrong with her husband, because I keep hearing estranged husband, but I definitely think that there was some hanky-panky that might have been with this lady, and maybe this fellow, or maybe another person that was like him, but she's here. And then what I also pick up on would be non-human spirit. This would be something that you hear me talk about, a jinn, a shapeshifter. Now I think this would be the same thing that kind of rolls through this block, And I think Dana said that they picked up on it at her shop too.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. They always seem to go to the ones that can pick up on them, right? That's kind of how they work. So either way, we got a few things right here that I'd like to be able to connect to and like show you guys how I do this, just so then that way, if you guys ever, get fearful of coming across this kind of stuff, this is how we do it, okay? So really, I got my little pendulum, and I'm just going to go ahead and start it off by saying, thank you for this day and giving me the opportunity to serve the light. It's always an honor and a privilege to go in new places and connect with new people. So thank you for this opportunity. Always start with gratitude is the way to go. Universal knowledge, I surround myself in the highest light, can protect me from all negativity. Only beings that reside in the highest of light that help me at this time. Thank you. All right, universal knowledge at this time. Do we have the presence of any earthbound spirits here with us? And for those of you guys that are watching this, it might be backwards, but for me, this is a clockwise motion. So what this means, this is yes. If you see it go counterclockwise in the other way, it's a no. So you guys can watch that while you're home. All right. So what I use at this time is I use my hand, and I use it for a chart so I can figure out how many we have here. I say, universal knowledge, how many earthbound spirits do we have here? 3. We have 3 here. Okay. Universal knowledge, do we have the presence of any non-human spirits? Yes. How many do we have here? 1. Thank you. Is there anything attached to this? No, which is super important. If you guys have ever had a hard time clearing stuff before, usually there might be an attachment or something that's holding on to it. Say, okay, so the other 2 are obviously human spirits. Is there anything attached to the humans? No. All right. So here we go. Right off the bat, we have 2 human spirits and we have 1 non-human spirit, which is kind of like what I was feeling when we came in here. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get the bully off the block here. And so this is something that, we don't have to fear him, but it's really good to be respectful. And just at this point, this is probably something that's jarred a lot of people. And so I just want you to see how I handle this real quick. Okay. So we say universal knowledge. Do we have permission to make a mental connection with our Jinn brother this time? We do. I ask to do so. I hit a little breath. Now the connection's here. Greetings, my name is Nick, and I greet you in light, love of the Creator, and I'm here to help. Can you hear me at this time? Yes. Are you in pain or discomfort? Yes. So the first thing we want to do is be able to help them remove their pain. If people always talk about how these things can lie and manipulate and deceive, give them something that's going to help them. And then after you change your disposition, try and talk with them a little bit more, if you want. I can help you remove your pain. Would you like for me to assist you? Yes. Please relax, open up, and receive this healing energy. And what I do is I take in a breath, and I say something with it, and I hit them with the breath, and this energy is life force that I send to them, which is better than any kind of fear or emotional energy that they can extract off of us. Please relax, open up, and receive this healing energy. Universal knowledge at this time, I ask you to remove all pain and cure all astral lesions in our Jinn brother from any time in the present moment. Universal knowledge, I ask you to depolarize all negative mental stimuli and neutralize all toxic emotional trauma stored in the bank of memory and energy field of our Jinn brother from the beginning of time in the present moment. Anybody else see how big those circles are spinning now? Now we're getting some work movement. Universal knowledge, I ask we send nourishing, unconditional love energy towards your brother. Allow me to feel full, content, and complete once again. All right. You feeling a little bit better? Yes. Is there anybody else there with you? Ingrid's I'm talking to you? No. Are you wanting to join your family back in your home dimension? Yes. Well, I can help you get there. Can you look around the room and tell me, do you see a being of light here with us? And those of you that get into this work, we already have a guardian angel that's assigned to us. If you haven't done it, welcome into your help. Welcome into assisting you with this, because they're the ones that you're going to need to be able to do this final step. And I'm going to say, okay, this is the Holy Mother. She can help guide you home safely and painlessly. You can trust her as you trusted me. Is she speaking to you now? Yes. Is she asking you to go with her? Yes. Will you go with her? I call forth my highest light. I ask that we surround, protect, heal, and keep our Jinn brother in the light. We ask now to remove him from this house and from all timelines, future, past, present, and parallel, known and unknown.
And that's that we merge them back with their home dimension divinely, instantly, and painlessly. Let peace and tranquility follow you for all eternity. All right. Very good. I'm curious. I'll take a breath here for just a second. Let's ask Dana, how do, let me switch this around. Oop, wrong way. Have you noticed a shift or anything? You feel anything different after that?
Yeah, it was really interesting. If I can kind of walk through a little bit what I was experiencing while you were working with him. So once you called to connect with him, so I was mentally practicing just being present with you and actively doing the work with you, just silently. And it was really interesting because as soon as you connected, I could feel the energy, and it was saying it's here, right? But specifically the word it's here, it said. And then when you were asking about its emotional state, incredible welling in the throat, like such sorrow, such tension in the throat, and just I was surprised. I felt almost like I was going to start crying. It was so overwhelming, just so intensely sad. Um, and as you were working through it, it was really lovely. You could feel that just release down, um, and almost joy. There was a little hesitation as it was. You were asking if if it was being invited to leave, and it was a yes, but it was almost like almost a hesitation. Like should I though? Like it's almost like but I haven't done this before. I'm kind of that thing, and then it became joy. And so it was really, really unique and so much lighter. I mean, I can't express how thick this
Yeah.
room was.
Yeah, this is where we needed to go.
When we came in, and I've been in this space before, and I know how thick it can be, especially upstairs can be very thick for me, both of these spaces, but it's already just so much lighter. It was really interesting.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I knew you would feel something. That's why I was curious, and this is important, guys. It's great when you can work with other people because sometimes they can feel things that you also feel, but their way of interpreting it might fit someone else's description a lot more than yours. When we get used to using our body as like an antenna to like pick up and receive signals, if we're like, hey, I like that signal, I'm gonna go ahead and use that. That's what your body's gonna remember, right? So what my body feels like when something comes around might feel different for somebody else because that's how they recognize it, if that makes sense. So if I'm like, oh, do you feel the pressure in your head? And you're like, I don't know, man, but I feel this weirdness in my chest. Like maybe that's it too. So be open to being unique and doing what you can do. So if we could do this, can we work with the other two that are here now?
If we have the time, yeah.
We got the time. Okay. I'm gonna flip this back around and we're gonna see if we can get some answers here.
All right. All right. So first things first, I want to talk to the guy because after I get him taken care of, I think I can help the woman, but I can help him basically at the same time. But I have a feeling one of them is going to be unsure about crossing, and I think it's him.
Oh, 100%.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some healing on him, and you're going to see I'll connect with both of them at the same time. But then it'll shift at the end, and I think you'll get a treat and see something else. How I get a chance to do this. When I tell people this is all about being compassionate and being guided with love, like I can't express this to you enough how important that really is. Because when you align with that, that's what keeps this working so powerfully. Because what we're aligning with is love, and we're aligning with forgiveness, and we're aligning with gratitude, and some of these things are just vibrationally very high up there. So if we can keep our perspective in that, we keep our energy in that, and that's what we get a chance to help relay with. All right, enough talking. So, universal knowledge, do we have permission at this time to connect to the higher self of all earthbound human spirits here and send them healing energy? I think you do. So I don't really need to introduce myself. They've just seen everything that's happened with the last one. They both know what I'm here for. Say thank you for joining me. My name is Nick. Nice to meet you guys, and I appreciate you joining me at this time. Are you guys in pain or discomfort at the moment? Yes. Once again, for those of you guys that are watching, when it spins this way, this is my clockwise. This is yes. If it goes the other way, it means no. So those of you guys watching at home, you can follow along. Well, I can help you remove your pain. Would you like for me to assist you? Please relax, open up, and receive this healing energy. Universal knowledge at this time, I ask you to remove all pain and cure all astral lesions and all earthbound human spirits here from the beginning of time to the present moment. Universal knowledge has to be to polarize all negative mental stimuli, neutralize all toxic emotional trauma stored in the makeup memory and energy field of all earthbound human spirits here from the beginning of time in the present moment. Universal knowledge has to be send nourishing, unconditional love energy to the Christ spark of all earthbound human spirits here. Allow them to feel full, content, and complete once again. Thank you. All right. You guys feeling a little bit better? Yeah. Anybody else there with you? Angry, upset, I'm talking to you? Once in a while, sometimes there's something that's attached, and if we don't get to that first, then your clearing's not going to work. It's going to get blocked. And I say, okay, is everybody here wanting to go to the light? Here's the $1 million question. Is anybody here afraid to go to the light? Oh, we're good. I guess they've seen enough. Thank you. Well, I can help you get there. But first, can you do me a favor? Can you look down in the middle of your chest and tell me, do you see a light here? Yes. This is the way. Look into this light, gaze into this light, and now take a deep breath in with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. God, what a feeling. Almost like you just jumped out of the shower and wiped off with a towel. It's like, okay. Well, being that we're here in this building, I know there's been a lot of activity here and there's been a lot of parties and events and that kind of stuff. So sometimes some of that just residual and it's kind of charged the area. Now, I want you guys to consider something. A lot of people will think that because if you walk into a place and do a clearing that it's no longer haunted. Think of it like you just mark that place as a place that the lost can come find and be helped. So oftentimes people are like, I don't want to do this because I make money off of showing hauntings and yada, yada, yada. What if I told you that if people like me started showing up and they knew about it, the activity would actually increase because they absolutely want to be heard, be seen, and hopefully get moved out of here. See, the thing is, when sometimes we can get a read on a place, we can get a view of what it actually looks like up here in our mind, and then maybe we'll see something, right? When I do things like this, I close my eyes. A lot of times they're already right there. So it's like they're waiting for you. They got a heads up that you were already coming. So just know that if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I don't know if I would be able to do that because for one, I'm scared, and two, I don't want to ruin the reputation this place may have. When you actually do a clearing this way, like I said, they know about it and it becomes a place for spirits to be heard. And so the activity might increase, it might change, but I don't really think it'll ever fully stop, especially if people that are aware come in and check it out. But what I'm going to do, which is something I normally do on all places when I do clearing on, I'm just going to do what I do. And I'm going to say universal knowledge. I ask that we neutralize any stagnant mental, emotional, physical, spiritual trauma stored in this building, in all rooms, all closets, all bathrooms, all floors, all rooms, all basements, crawl spaces, and attics. We ask now that we transmute all energy here to pure, unconditional love. And last but not least, we follow it up with a little prayer of protection, but I'm going to put more like a prayer of intention on this place. And that this place be forever a place for those that are lost to seek refuge, for those that need help to be able to find it, for those that need a voice for it to be heard. Let this place be a place to guide those that need it the most and bring love and abundance to all who walk through this building. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm going to take that phone back away from Dana. I want to see what she thinks about all this.
Yeah, that was interesting. It was unique, and I could feel definitely nowhere near as heavy as it was prior, even working with them. The one thing that really caught me, I am curious if you can watch the video on playback later on, because I'm pretty sure they were walking back and forth in front of the camera, and like I'm pretty sure they were kind of doing this a few times.
You weren't the only one that caught that. I
No.
thought maybe it was your shadow because I kept seeing something bounce off of this. Like, you guys can't see, there's like a little screen right here. So there was like a shadow that kept bouncing off here. And
Yeah.
I thought that maybe that was Dana, but you're picking up on it
No,
too.
Yeah, I can literally see them like kind of pacing.
Like, I don't know about this.
So that was really interesting. And what's funny is, so when you first tried to connect right away, that male entity, he wasn't happy. He was like, "What are you doing?" And knock this off. And no, I don't want to cooperate with you.
Oh yeah, I heard
Just
him.
like immediately. And then after a second, it was almost kind of like he acquiesced. He's like, "Okay, all right. I mean, I guess we're doing it."
I heard him clearly say, "Get out." I'm
Yeah.
like, well, unfortunately, yeah, sorry about that. Looks like we got clicked out for a second. Not sure if you guys were hearing me, but I'll go back to Dana. What were you feeling when that guy you tapped into? 'Cause that's where we kind of
So
clicked out.
when you first connected with him, he was not happy. He was like he didn't want to hang out and do this at all. He was like no, and but then he kind of acquiesced to it. He kind of was like, okay, like this is what we're doing, and the one sensation that I was really overwhelmed by was when you asked them to look towards their center and see that light, and immediately just tingles throughout my whole body. Very strong on the forearms, very strong in the like side torso, and almost kind of this excitement of like, oh my gosh, look at that, right?
Hey, what's that?
Yeah, so that was a really unique thing. The other thing that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to tell you, is again, right as you're beginning to connect with the gentleman in the very first place, my hands were on fire.
Yeah.
They were very hot, and so I don't know what that's about, but they were just absolutely on fire.
Your hands are on fire, and my fire was all the back of my neck to the sides of my ears. That's when, I don't know, for me, that's just kind of where I was feeling it the most, on the back of my neck and the
Yeah.
ears kind of area, which is different because, what she's talking about, when we first started working with clearing the non-human spirit first, these things are always have like a very strong energy. And you got to remember too, like when angels come around, they too have a strong energy. They're kind of similar in that regard. But for me, I feel it more as like heat, like into my ears, almost like if someone's like talking about me. Or when the angels come around, it's totally tingles, goosebumps on the back. Or if I'm saying something in a good prayer and I think I'm hitting the notes and acknowledgments of the things that I should, those are the tingles that I'm going to get too. So I would be curious, you guys leave a comment below. Let me know, did you guys feel any of these kind of sensations while we were doing this work? I know some of you guys are familiar with the process that I do, and I know you're following along at home trying to see if you can do it too. So let me know in the comments below if you guys picked up on anything. But other than that, I think we're all pretty much wrapped up here.
This is great. Thank you.
Cool. Once again, I'm gonna flip this around. Thank you so much, Dana. It's
Thank you
been a
so
lot of
much.
fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this too. This is the Masonic building over here in St. Helens, Oregon, and hope you guys enjoyed the live. If you got any questions, leave it below. Please help me extend my reach by sharing this video. Give this lady a follow too. You guys like beautiful witchy color tattoos and all that good stuff? Dana's got Realizing Art out in St. Helens. She's got her own school if you guys want to teach anybody how to become a good tattoo artist. She's got piercers. Anyways, great family, great people to have around. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Dana.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. It's been great.
Take care.